we wanted to make a little demo video of this Regina. It plays. It's functional. All the elements are there to turn the discs, but there's some issues with it. It's a coin-operated model, but we think some of the inners of the coin mechanism are gone. Pretty sure of that because there's just a wire attached to the lever that starts it. And so to operate it, you would, well, let's put a disc in real quick and show you. So to operate it, you pull this. And when you, well, you know, give it a couple cranks. We already cranked it. And as I mentioned in the photos, this looks like a Victrola modified. It looks like it was just they didn't have or couldn't find their Regina, or maybe never had one. But when we picked this up from the estate sale from which it was acquired, this is what was with it, and it seemed to function. So we're just going to include it. I mean, it's cheaper than going online and buying a new one. But yeah, so eventually you might want to buy a brand compatible, period correct crank Regina, but this one works in the meantime. Now, to operate it, you still will use this. You pull out just a little bit, not all the way. You pull out a little bit the coin slot thing. Make sure you're at the beginning, of course, of your song on your disc. The cylinder inside there, if you know anything about Reginas, it does one complete turn, the same as a record. When the turn is done, there's a low side that all of a sudden hits, and this little lever hits the low side and turns it off. Well, on this model, because of what was taken, you know, whoever disassembled and tried to restore this to the point that it is now, the spring working isn't there. So what you need to do is you need to be on this guy here if you want to turn it off in between songs. Once that cylinder is done with one complete turn, when you hear the song's about to finish, you come over here and just keep pressure on this. When you do that, that little lever is going to drop down where it needs to be. There you go. So you're done with the song. To start it, same thing. Just pull it out. So it turned a little prematurely. You want to make sure that you're in like the middle of the song, so that you're pretty close. You can lift up this one bar too, or I'm sorry, the piece of wood, and see where you are on the cam, for lack of a better word. But we'll let it go one more time, and I'll show you what I mean. I mean, otherwise, it's just going to keep playing all the way, several times. But if you want to stop in manually in between songs, that's what you're going to need to do. This isn't the best disc. It's got some cracks and some perforations on some of the holes. But anyways. Also, it does have some teeth missing from the double comb. This is a really good argument for restoration. It has a lot going for it. So we come here, make sure we press in a little bit. And you're done. Best results, obviously, place the song so it's somewhere in the middle of this dead area, and then you'll be good to go. All right, well, that concludes the demo. Hope you guys, it was useful to some extent.